Okay, for today's BotBots review, we are taking a look at another Series 1.5 BotBot. This is Flat Flower Face from the Bakery Bites. If you're unfamiliar with Series 1.5, it was basically like an exclusive couple teams, the Bakery Bites and the Lawn League, that was added on to Series 1. And they were in these exclusive packs that I think were originally exclusive to Toys R Us, but in the States, obviously, that the store that closed down. So we didn't really get them until recently in like secondhand stores like Ross and Five Below and stuff like that. But yeah, some of them had a feature, which neither of the ones that I've looked at so far had this, but some of them had a color change feature where they'd have a color change paint app on them that would is like heat sensitive basically, and it's not a huge difference. At first, I thought it didn't even like really work, but you can see this section here, which is sort of brown right now. If you give that a rub, it's a lighter color. And yeah, you can sort of see it change back. It's not really that drastic a difference because the instructions make it look like you couldn't see it at all before you rub it and then it shows up, but like it really just changes from like brown to beige. It's not a huge difference, but not a big deal. I have looked at this mold before. This is the original use of the mold, but in Series 4 for the Home Rangers, they did use it again as a Rolly Doley here. So yeah, it's it's an okay rolling pin mode. Obviously, the BotBots proportions make it kind of chubby, so it's not really the proportions of a rolling pin. You'd think it would be a lot longer, but I think it still overall gets the point across. And I don't really care that much for the color changing gimmick, but it doesn't really take too much away from it either. But yeah, they're a good looking bunch here. To transform this one, it's exactly the same as the one before. You just open up this little. So on mine, the original one, I don't know if this is like just a problem with this one or if they made a slight change to the mold, but this one like clicks into place, and this one definitely doesn't. And now that I'm looking at it, I don't know. I'm not really sure where the. Yeah, okay. So it's supposed to be right here, I think, is where the actual latching part is. So I guess it's just a little bit looser on this one, so that doesn't really work. It's hard to tell like where the clicking is actually happening, but that might just be a thing with mine. But either way, so yeah, you can flip that up, or you wait to do that to the end. But pull the arms out; they're just on little sliders here, and then separate the bottom half of the rolling pin handle, and then flip that up, and there you have Flat Flower Face in his robot mode. And yeah, that's kind of a problem. Is that this piece is just a little bit too loose, so you can get it to stay up, but it's a little bit annoying. Real quick, I'll just transform Rolly Doley here so we can look at them together. They're both good looking in both modes. This one had slightly tighter joints, which is a little bit annoying, but nothing's really changed here. They just kind of have like slightly different facial things where he looks a little bit more robot-y, and then he's got like the smiley face and the eyes in there. They look like they could be brothers or siblings or whatever. I don't really like one necessarily over the other. I think they both look good. His head thing not staying up is a little bit annoying, but that might just be on mine, so I don't really want to dock him for that. But yeah, I'd say pretty much the same score as before. Or, I mean, this one came first, but you get the idea. I'd say robot mode probably gets a 4 out of 5. I think they're cute. Nothing too crazy or, shooting out of the water or anything like that, but they're definitely both cute. I like their proportions. The only annoying thing is that flap, but yeah. Alt mode, I think I'd also give a 4 out of 5. Like obviously, yeah, the proportions aren't great, but that's kind of just a common thing with BotBots, and yeah, I think it gets the point across. They definitely like you can tell what the object is. And yeah, transformation is normal average, so 3 out of 5, which is going to give flat flower face, kind of a tongue twister there, an overall score of 11 out of 15, which makes them a 3-star BotBot. So yeah, same as Rolly Doley, same exact score. It's a cute little mold. I think that it works equally well with both of them. I probably, if I'd gotten this one first, I probably would have been more partial to it for being the original mold, and then I might have been more critical of this one later, but they're both good. There's not really much to say. And it's a neat gimmick with with the color changing thing. I just wish they'd kind of used it as a different thing, because like mostly what the color changing thing is like splatters of like food gook on them and then you just change the color of it. It's not really that drastic. I don't think it makes that big of an effect, but it doesn't really hurt it much either. But yeah, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. I do BotBots reviews on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then other reviews on Sundays. And without further ado, here we have BotBots Series 1.5 Flat Flower Face.